Billin, Uptown Murph.
Top Billin.
Yo, big salute to the folks over at BetUS TV for sponsoring this video. Let's get it. Yo, Top Billin, heads up. We're still under the gun, under the microscope of the NFL with these content ID claims. So I can't be showing these plays all the way through. Not trying to get a content ID claim, right? Until we can figure out something else, we got to do what we got to do, right? As always, though, make sure you're supporting quality content. Make sure you tip your waiter because you know I be serving that hibachi, baby. So there's a lot of chatter around the Seattle Seahawks offense and how they will deploy some of this stuff in the new Klint Kubak scheme, right? Your man Klint Kubak, known all around the circles. Of course, the son of a legend and Gary Kubiak. And yeah, my man likes to go to stuff like this. Check this out. What would you consider this, right? You got a two tight set here. Both guys attached to the line of scrimmage here. So you would consider this possibly 22 personnel. Depending on how you designate my man Taysom Hill here, this could be 13 personnel. But you see where I'm going with this, right? It's going to be some physical football being had by the Seattle Seahawks. And they're going to have to figure out this potential fullback slash, oh man, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, H-back position, right? You can call it H-back position there. And some people were wondering about Zach Charbonnet being in that role. I can't say that I'm totally with that, right? Zach Charbonnet, one of these guys, I think he's like a B- talent out there. Definitely with a good offensive line. You never know, he could be one of these A-type backs. He has that much talent, right? He's very physical there. He obviously could do the job, you know, right? Very physical cat like that. But you can see some of these things that the fullback gets beyond just blocking, right? Look at his counter, right? You get a counter here. It's going to be pretty much a quick zone. Right? You get a quick zone with the line flushing by here. You're going to want to take that sharp aiming point right off the backside here and be able to get that. But, man, look at it. It also has a potential option on it right here with Derek Carr putting the ball in the belly of the beast, kicking it, right, and keeping it and then kicking it out to the running back as well. So some of these things now, right, it's going to be a little bit different there. You see how it made the backside overhang defender freeze right here, right? You can see him coming down the defensive back, having a freeze. You see that little step that he took right there? All right, that's a conflict of deployment right here. He does not know exactly what he should do in this moment, and that allows for Taysom Hill to be able to change elevation right there at the point of attack and be able to run through some of these tackles, get a little bit physical for him and stuff like that, you know. Definitely could see Zach Charbonnet in that role, considering they have one Kenny McIntosh in the fold, right? Who I think is a damn good talent. He can do everything as far as talent goes. And, of course, currently they have Kenneth Walker. So think about that. Not to gloss over the fact they also had George Holani, who was making waves in camp as well. So now look at this one right here. How do you classify this? This could be damn near called 30 personnel. You could say there's 3 running backs in the game with no tight ends, right? Right, or however you want to label them, right? If you want to label both of these guys fullbacks and then one running back, however you want to do that, it's just showing you the different versatility or the different personnel grouping as far as the versatility goes from Klint Kubak. Even look at the line splits here, right? You get a legit spread line split from these guys as well. So when you look at something like this, and you're like, man, who could play this role, right? And Taysom Hill obviously has a quarterback in his background. He was the starting quarterback for the New Orleans Saints for a handful of games there. And he's a threat to throw the ball, right? We see right here, right? I might have gone too far with that, right? Content ID claim right here. But you can see him, right, on a potential drop back, just turns into another counter with a lead on it there. And you can see him getting around the corner right there. And we know Taysom Hill, one of the best athletes, period. Point blank right there. Hell of a play right there, man. I love these type of plays from Klint Kubiak. You can definitely tell the kind of the Shanahan in their background. And of course, his father as well there. But these type of rap schemes and all that there, absolutely phenomenal to see these type of things right there. So definitely going to have that. Could it be Zach Charbonnet? You bet your bottom dollar it could be, but should it be? Now look at this. Keep in mind he was the motion man. So you see him, he was coming from right here, and he's getting wheeled up the field. He being Taysom Hill. So you can see right there, Taysom Hill getting downfield. Who else has a skill set like that, right? We've already showed the blocking before in other videos. You can see him carrying the ball from different platforms, right, or different alignments there. And now you can see him being thrown the ball down the field on a wheel route, right? And he actually goes up on this bad boy. The cornerback makes a good play, but he almost comes down with this bad boy. Think about that. Who has a skill set like that in this draft? That would be this cat right here, Cam Skattebo. Now, real rap, we're going to keep this in mind right here. Your boy is all about equality no matter the race. A lot of people try to paint me in this and that and this and that. No, I'm about equality no matter the race. Go back and check my history. Check what I was doing for your man Aiden Hutchinson and guys like that. Check me telling people to stop comparing Jake Bobo to every white receiver. He doesn't play anything like those guys, right? Steve Largent and guys like that, right? I don't like Cam Skattebo being labeled a fullback. You know what I mean? I know that's because of his race. I've had several people come to me with this. I even had some people that I respect come to me, right, in the college football season talking about, yeah, he's good in the NFL, but he'll just be a fullback. Yeah, I mean, he's good in college. He'll just be a fullback in the NFL. I don't like that type of shit right there. I think this guy could be a very good running back in the NFL. He's a one-cut-and-go type cat, extremely physical. I think he has really good bursts. 0 to 60 is nasty. He's one of them. You know what I mean? So we see right here, if we're talking about everything that I just named in that position with the Taysom Hill here, right? Of course, I hate to do that comparison, right? Just let you know that had nothing to do with any type of race. My man has that type of skill set. Check this out. Put the ball in the belly of the beast. My man's on a sprint rollout. You can see right here coming back, right? Double ends right here. He's able to throw with anticipation right here like a Taysom Hill and Jocko. My man's throwing dimes down the field as a physical running back, right? Just like Taysom Hill. Now, keep in mind, best zone runners are going to be the one-cut-and-go guys. I love Kenneth Walker. That dude is the absolute truth, in my opinion. Not so sure he's the best type of fit for heavy zone usage, right? If he does do one cut and go, though, he's nasty. If he does, right? But he will sometimes lose yardage because he's trying to hit the home run a lot. And the zone is about just staying the course. That's all it is. Just stay the course. One cut and go. You see your man right here? He's going to get upfield. And then look at that. He'll gain some extra yardage just by being physical. Right? This play doesn't look like it was going to go that far, right? Inside zone here. You can see him immediately find that organic crease, and look what he's doing. He's getting north-south. North-south. That's what you want right there. Now, no east-west. He's not going to be worried about east-west. He's having to hurdle offensive lineman and everything, so the run should be done, right? No. Look at that. My man continuing to come out the backside right there, right pause. And, getting physical with it. He definitely has experience, right? Behind center, doing some of those runs right there. Look at that bang. That's no lead in that. That's a weird play. That's a weird play. There's no fake in it, and there's no lead. So think about that. The running back is going to run behind Skattebo. Yeah, that's a very weird play right there. Klint Kubiak will have that a little bit different. Maybe put the ball in the belly of the beast and then run a delay where you can have that lead for Cam Skattebo. But he's able to figure this out on the fly right there. Look at the vision and look at him getting north-south. Sometimes that's all you need, man. Get yourself a 4-yard gain. Don't be taking them losses. Don't be taking them L's, -1, -2 yards trying to get cute. Just continue to stay on schedule. All right, so let's look at the particulars here. 5'9.5", 219 pounds. Yeah, 5'9.5", 219 pounds. That's good size at the running back position there. And I see he did not run the 40-yard dash at the combine. So that's always a red flag for your boy here. And I've been saying that for a long time. Najee Harris, that was some dude who was able to avoid running the 40-yard dash in both the combine and at 2 different pro days Alabama had. He did not run them. And I can see in the NFL that he definitely lacks that burst that I thought he lacked in college. But I don't see the same for Cam, right? 39.5 vertical leap, 10.3 on the broad would suggest, man, he's pretty explosive. But then you go to this right here, And you don't know what to believe, right? You got these people right here saying that he ran a 4.65 at his pro day. Then you get people saying he was in the range of 4.53 to 4.57. Don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about that. I do know what I see on film, and I believe he has a good enough burst to be a factor in the NFL at the running back position. But he does have that physical skill set and that versatile skill set to be the H-back. We'll call it H-back in a Klint Kubak scheme. So you have to let me know what you think about that one right there. Is that a way for them to go? Would you like it better if it was Zach Charbonnet in that particular role there? Of course, those guys would be on the field together a lot too, so keep that in mind, right? Having a Cam Skattebo on the field with a Kenny McIntosh, or Cam Skattebo on the field with a Zach Charbonnet, or even a Kenneth Walker. Of course, that would be pretty dope to see as well there. So endless possibilities, but I was thinking about Seattle in that sweet spot for him. Think about that. Seattle 50, Seattle 52. I think one of those picks right there, if he's available, man, that could be the sweet spot and really put a lift on that particular offensive scheme and that particular role in the Klint Kubak scheme. So let me know, all right? But I have to let you know about BetUS TV. Them boys have been doing it for me, man, watching all these shows on baseball. Baseball being back, you know your boy's excited about that, man. I've been spending a lot of time watching the baseball. Of course, you have NCAA basketball winding down. You have basketball as far as the professional range go. The NBA coming to a head as well. A whole lot of stuff going on, and you know how I get down with combat sports, boxing, and MMA. They have shows for everything. For all your picks, predictions, and analysis, BetUS TV has you covered like makeup. Also saw that they were laying those odds for your boy Mike McDonald. Coach McDonald, remember I talked about that second-year surge. We saw it with Dan Quinn and the Atlanta Falcons. I believe the same type of stuff could happen for your boy Coach McDonald and the Seattle Seahawks. I believe they were giving plus 2,000 on him being Coach of the Year. So if that's something that you think could happen, man, make sure you jump on that. BetUS TV has you covered, man, with those picks, predictions, and analysis, all right? With that being said, salute.
Top Billin of Town Murph.
Top Billin.